domino it falls. Across the way another's born. How you're supposed to raise a child and give it courage from a storm.
Yes, he said another domino falls, another person is born. You know, it's the cycle of life. You know, one person unfortunately passes away, someone somewhere else is giving birth to another child, and he says, "How can we raise a kid in a storm?" I don't know whether he's referring to the world as general, or, you know, if he's referring to suicide, maybe particularly male suicide. How are we supposed to raise a kid in a world where male suicide is high, or suicide as a whole?
In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws. So
contradictions are our flaws. So I don't know whether he means it as literal as, you know, if you don't agree, as in you contradict the sort of status quo, that becomes a flaw of yours. And what was it? He said something about something paving. One sec.
A child and give it courage from a storm. In a world that is confusing, contradictions pave our flaws. Some will say we're only human, others judge us for our flaws.
Yeah, so he said it's a world that's confusing, contradictions pave our flaws, or something like that. And it's like, who knows what to think? You know, you could get cancelled at any minute just for having an opinion. So it's confusing, you know, you don't know what to think, you don't know what you can say. Yeah, he's not wrong. Unfortunately, he's not wrong.
Some get born in sheets of satin, some get by in tattered clothes, some will die before they live, that's just how the story goes.
Some will be born in satin, some will be born in tattered clothes. Yeah, you know, people from all walks of life. Babies are born everywhere, you know, in all conditions, whether you're massively rich, whether you're massively poor. And some will die before they even live life. It's crazy to think, isn't it? You know, like, maybe he's referring to Joe. I don't know how old Joe was, or how young he was, let's say. But maybe he's died before he could really experience what life has to offer, you know, travelling, friends, family, relationships, whatever. It's sad, it's very sad.
But for those of us still with us, who reside inside our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel.
So for those who live within our hearts, tell them proudly how you feel. You know, don't wait for them to be gone before you actually tell them something, you know. Tell your family you love them before it's too late, before you can no longer tell them. And I know it's something that is quite, not popular, but, you know, it's well known to obviously don't have regrets, tell people you love them before they pass. But in this context, it's sad, you know, because it's not like this Joe guy had an illness or something where it was like a gradual death, but it took one moment of whatever, and they're gone. You can no longer tell them that you love them. You can no longer do all these things, have all these opportunities, you know, and it's sad.
And for those of us who aren't, freckled angels stand strong, freckled angels live on, freckled angels climb higher, freckled angels still inspire, freckled angels won't forget you, teach me to live my life better. 13 years and still I miss you, now my wings are missing feather, otherwise I'd come and join you, but for now I'm here on earth.
Okay, so he's talking about a freckled angel. Maybe this Joe guy is the freckled angel he's referring to. He said his wings don't have feathers, so for now he's going to stay on Earth. I don't really understand that line. Maybe he's just saying, you know, it's not my time, but when it is, I'll come join you.
Stuck inside this mortal body, but for everything it's worth. Made me braver, made me wiser, made me stronger, made me true, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you.
So he said, made me face the world with courage, and that's all because of you. 15 or however many years he said on. Yeah, you know, it will change your life, it will change your outlook if a close friend or a loved one passes away in that way, or passes away at all, you know. I guess the piano melody's gone a bit more upbeat. Maybe he's exploring the the positive outcomes of this. Like, I know how that sounds, but, you know, if it's made his outlook on life a bit more healthy, then that is a positive outcome, you know.
Freckled angels laugh the hardest, and their hearts, they are the largest. With their wings, they fly the farthest. So I know you're gonna be okay. Freckled angels live the longest, and their minds, they are the strongest. Oh, their friends, they are the fondest. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, it is very sad. It's a very emotional song. You can tell there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of love for this Joe guy. He's saying that even though you're past, I know in wherever you are now, I know you're gonna fly the furthest. Mind is the strongest. He just sounds like a really nice, lovely guy, and it sounds like Ren has got a lot of love for this guy. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna read the description now, just for a bit more context, and then I'll jump back on. So I've just read the description. It's so sad, this Joe guy. He's jumped off a bridge. Ren's mentioned here that they raised £21,000 for the RNLI, which is I believe it's like the lifeboat team. But he said here they're volunteers. They do what they do without pay, and they were searching for Joe. How long was it for? For like a week, until he says hope dwindled. And it's sad because this guy, no one will ever see him again, because I don't know why he felt the need to do what he did, but it's just sad. He's also mentioned here that he visited Joe's mum and dad, and he played them a song. He played them a song, and after they just sat in silence, and they all cried, and they hugged, and that helped Ren take a load off his shoulders, which as far as like in that situation, what can anyone really do? But Ren has taken that, and he's raised a load of money for a very worthwhile cause. And what more can you really do in that situation? He's also got at the end here that music is far more than music. It's a channel of communications. It's a way to resurrect the dead. And he says it's a way to stay immortal. This song has now immortalized Joe and Ren's love for Joe, and the impact of this type of situation. And I said this before with Hi Ren, I believe, because I feel very strongly about mental health. It affects everyone to some degree, and there are some people that it affects massively. Joe, for example, I don't know whether it was a mental health thing, but he's shining light on things that are not necessarily not in the spotlight, but things that need a light shone on. So raising this money for a charity is crazy. It's I got a lot of respect for Ren. This song was incredible. The skill in playing the piano, the singing, the lyricism is all top notch, and the fact that he's done it for such a worthwhile cause is incredible. But yeah, this song is currently on 420,000 views, which is crazy. It's number 23 trending for music. It's nuts. And you know what? Hats off to Ren. A lot of respect for him, not only for his musical ability and talent, but like I just said, about shining a light on these issues. But yeah. Anyway, this has been For Joe by Ren. I have been Jax on top. Let me know down in the comments if I've missed anything, because I know from a lot of his other stuff, I'm new to reacting. I don't always spot everything that includes, you know, the whole main part of Jenny and Screech, where it turns out they're actually siblings. So thank you very much for those of you that pointed that out. Sorry for missing that. I was trying, but I've paused this one a bit more to try and, you know, to try and help dig out some of those things. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if I've missed anything or your thoughts. You know, let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it. But yeah, anyway, until next time, I've been Jax on Top. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a great day. I did end the video, but I just thought came to me after. I just wanted to say, if you're ever feeling, you know, that life is too much, or, you know, you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to the right groups, whether that be Samaritans or one of the other helplines, or your friends and family. You know, please just make sure you speak to someone, because it's never too late to get help for this type of thing, and there's never a shortage of people that would love to see you overcome these demons. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Peace out.
I am who I am, a lot of people are frauds. Hated, adored, but never ignored. Hated, adored, but never ignored.